Like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Elliott. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. 46. Here we go, 46, 46.
Prescott on first down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. And even 60 yards. Again to the fullback on the dive. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Yeah, 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Throwing, Prescott. Now he steps away. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
He's got room to run past the 20. And they will finally get him down at the 28. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. First down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
You go 46, 46.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Gun. You go 46, 46.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
No, check, Patriot. Leopard.
From the gun, it's Allen. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
47. 26.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is good. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On second down, here's Allen. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Off the play fake. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. It's Vontae Davis, the Pro Bowler, in on the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Prescott now on second down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Then we're going to 53. He'll go 46, 46.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Star Latulippe forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Here we go, 49. Here we go, 47, 47.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watching that, Barney.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. Going up top. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A second down throw for Prescott. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground. And it brings up third. The Cowboys on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
You go 46. You go 46.
Now Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there on third down. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
You go 46. 46.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And Miller with it over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run him now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
46.
Prescott now. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. And play clock winding down here, and a timeout is called. Just their first of the half, so they'll talk this one over. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down. Sponge. Go. Hurry up, here we go.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now look at 57. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now look at 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Allen now from the gun, he'll throw. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
On play action, Allen. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, Plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
One final try here for Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jeremy Curley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills get a bit closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Check three, check three, check three. Check, crunch, crunch. 26.
Now Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Second down, Prescott. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. 26.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Gun. Gun, gun, gun. 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Extra point up and through. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he goes out right around the 39. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A give to Elliott running left. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
Again, it's Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Cooper was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Under.
Now Prescott. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10.
Leopard! Now let's go! Blue 90!
From the gun, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
On play action, Allen. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window. When